Welcome, today's topic is the dormitory rules and laws. This is a hostel building for Redwood workers. All employees must obey all dormitory rules and laws, otherwise, the employee will get a warning letter. Always keep the room and bed clean and make sure it is always tidy. It is forbidden to place any items on empty beds and lockers. Vacant bed and locker, do not place any of your item on the vacant bed and locker. Any item found on vacant bed and locker will be confiscated. If not redeemed within 3 days, disciplinary action will be taken. Ventilation window, keep the ventilation windows clean, do not hang any clothing or item at the ventilation window, do not block the ventilation window, failure to clean the windows within 3 days, all occupants of the room will face disciplinary action. The last person kindly turns off any electrical appliances before leaving the room. Failed to comply will be given disciplinary action. Fan, bed, and floor, ensure that the fan, bed, and floor are kept clean at all times. Failure to clean the windows within 3 days will result in disciplinary action being taken against all room occupants. Hanging clothes inside the dormitory room, as shown in the picture, is strictly prohibited. All clothes must be neatly hung in the closet provided. Failure to comply will result in disciplinary action being taken against all room occupants. Clothes must not be left scattered or in a messy condition within the dormitory room. All clothing should be properly folded and neatly arranged in the closet provided. Failure to comply will result in disciplinary action being taken against all room occupants. Pasting or attaching any items on cupboards, walls, or any other surfaces within the dormitory room is strictly prohibited. Scribbling on any surfaces within the dormitory room is strictly prohibited. Disciplinary action will be taken against any occupants found in violation. Slippers and shoes must be neatly arranged in the designated area provided. Disciplinary action will be taken against any occupants found in violation. Throwing garbage or spitting indiscriminately within or outside the dormitory is strictly prohibited. All waste must be disposed of in the designated trash bins provided. Failure to comply will result in disciplinary action, including mandatory cleaning duties. All meals must be taken in the canteen at level 4. Eating is strictly prohibited in the dormitory room to prevent insects or rodent from being attracted to food. Failure to comply will result in disciplinary action, including mandatory room cleaning duties. Redwood Dormitory is a smoke-free zone. Smoking is only permitted in the designated area outside the dormitory. Cigarettes and lighters must be stored in the locker provided near the guard post. Cigarettes are strictly prohibited. All cigarettes will be confiscated and will not be returned. Disciplinary action will be taken against offenders. Smoking within the dormitory premises is strictly prohibited. Any individual found violating this rule will be subject to severe disciplinary action, including suspension of overtime privileges. All personnel are responsible for safeguarding company property. Company facilities must be used responsibly and handled with care to avoid damage. Non-compliance will lead to disciplinary action. All personnel are required to take responsibility for their own health and safety at all times. All personnel must enter the hostel dormitory before 11:45 p.m. Failure to comply will result in disciplinary action. All personnel are required to record their entry and exit by thumbprint when entering or leaving the dormitory. Place ID card in the designated box when leaving the dormitory and collect it upon returning to the hostel. Bringing, possessing, or consuming alcohol within the hostel premises is strictly prohibited. Drug use or abuse is strictly prohibited. Any individual found violating this rule will be subject to severe disciplinary action, including referral to the police authorities and repatriation to the country of origin at the employee's expense. Intoxication. Any individual found in a state of intoxication is strictly prohibited within the premises. Any violation will result in disciplinary action, including suspension of overtime privileges. Prohibited items in the hostel. Bringing prohibited items into the hostel is strictly forbidden. Prohibited items include, but are not limited to, alcohol, drugs, thinner, solvent, substances, tobacco products, and betel quid, betel leaf with lime. Any prohibited items found will be confiscated. Any individual found violating this rule will be subject to disciplinary action. Prohibited weapons and dangerous items. Bringing weapons or dangerous items into the hostel is strictly prohibited. prohibited items include, but are not limited to, firearms, knives, screwdrivers, and other sharp objects. Any individual found violating this rule will be subject to severe disciplinary action, including repatriation to the country of origin at the employee's expense. Permitted and prohibited sharp items. Only personal care items such as razors and scissors with non-sharp or rounded ends are permitted. Folding razors and scissors with sharp or pointed ends are strictly prohibited. Any prohibited items found will be confiscated, and non-compliance will result in disciplinary action. Electrical safety regulations. Only 3-way plug adapters with a valid serum certification sticker are permitted. All other types of extension cords or multi-plug devices are strictly prohibited, even if they bear a serum certification. This measure is implemented to prevent electrical overload and reduce the risk of fire hazards. Any non-compliant items will be confiscated, and disciplinary action will be taken. Additional prohibited electrical items. Modified or interconnected wiring is strictly prohibited. Loudspeakers are not permitted within the hostel premises. Electric kettles are strictly prohibited. Any prohibited items found will be confiscated, and non-compliance will result in disciplinary action. Additional furniture. Bringing or placing additional furniture within the hostel premises is not permitted. This includes, but is not limited to, extra tables and chairs. Any unauthorized items will be removed, and non-compliance will result in disciplinary action. Prohibited activities in the hostel. Certain activities within the hostel premises are strictly prohibited, including but not limited to gambling and hosting parties. Any violation will be subject to disciplinary action, and the severity of the offense will be determined by the hostel management. Disorderly conduct and fighting. Fighting or engaging in disorderly or disruptive behavior within the hostel premises is strictly prohibited. Any violation will be subject to disciplinary action, and the severity of the offense will be determined by the hostel management. Sports activities in rooms. Sports activities of any kind are not permitted within hostel rooms. Any violation will be subject to disciplinary action. Loitering and late-night restrictions. Loitering within the premises is not permitted. All employees must remain within their hostel dormitory after 12 o'clock midnight. Noise control after curfew. After the late-night restriction period, all personnel must keep noise levels to a minimum. Voices and activities must be kept low to avoid disturbing other occupants. Energy conservation. Green initiative. All personnel are required to conserve electricity and support environmental sustainability. Electrical switches must be turned off when not in use. Failure to comply will result in disciplinary action.
Do not waste water. Failure to comply will result in disciplinary action. Worker are not allowed to using the elevator. All employees have to use the stairs to get to their respective dormitory rooms. Present your medical certificate or MC to security if you are needed to use elevator. Personal discipline, example, stealing, punishment for offenses, will be sent to the police station and sent back to the country of origin. Employees must pay compensation. Locker. Do not leave your locker unlocked without being locked. Do not leave your locker key in a locker. You are responsible to your own belongings. Company materials. It is forbidden to make items for personal use from company materials. Example, belt or bracelet, penalty for misdemeanor, fine will be sent back to the country of origin, employee has to pay compensation. Garbage. It is forbidden to throw garbage in the toilet bowl, please dispose of trash in the trash bins provided. Laundry service. The hostel has a laundry service. The types of clothes to be washed have been tabulated as in this figure. Clothes are washing every day. Long pants and underwear will be washed on Monday through Saturday only. Blanket and sock is on Sunday only. Redwood has provided laundry service for free of charge. All employees are not allowed to wash their own clothes. All employees are required to wear modest clothing while in the dormitory. The hostel also has a bicycle parking space. Park is at your own risk. Outsiders are not allowed to enter the employee dormitory. Pets are also not allowed to be kept in the hostel. This is an example of a form that can be found at the hostel guard hut: complaint form, exit permission form, sleeping outside the dormitory, facility goods exchange form. Procedure, procedural exchange, go to the guardhouse. Take the form, fill the form. Send the form RM20 to HR, wait for the new key. Do you want to bring items back to your country of origin? You need to declare the items you want to bring back at the guardhouse, fill in the information in the security notebook, bring items to the room for packing only 7 days before the flight date, bring the items to the third floor store and store your items there, if more than 7 days before the flight date. Procedure for storing large luggage in room 03-34. Workers bring their own luggage to the guardhouse. For record purposes, employees must open their own luggage and show the security guard the items in the luggage. Security guards have to make sure all pockets have been checked. Any items found need to be stated and recorded in the logbook. Take a picture. The security guard will help to register and the employee will get one card number and tag number. Employees need to make sure the card number is the same as the tag number on your luggage. The security guard will take the employee to room 03-34 for the bag storage process. Employees must bring their own luggage to room 03-34. The security guard will control and tag the luggage. Terms and conditions. Subject to employees still working at Redwood. Subject to workers who have large luggage. There is no place to store the luggage. All are under own responsibility. Prohibited items are not permitted. Religious items are not allowed in the dormitory. Others, all punishments will be assessed and decided by the dormitory management. Thank you very much. Remember, all employees must comply with all rules and laws while in the dormitory.